Hey, we got a neat show coming up today. We're going to go to the eastern shores of Virginia and do a little saltwater fishing with some freshwater techniques. So you stay with me. I'm Hank Parker.
Today, Hank and guide Malcolm Pine flounder fish the famous Chesapeake Bay. We'll take a look at the magnificent symbol of America, our national bird, the bald eagle. Also today...
Whew, Ben, can you believe that? That is another catch. I'll tell you what, get him, Bill, get him, Bill.
Some family advice for successful catfishing.
Why are you catching all the big ones?
And a little later, Hank's special guest is a charter member of the premier women's tournament circuit.
Was he down in the channel?
Bass and gal Joanne Hawthorne and he fished some creek channels on Millwood Lake, Arkansas.
1, 2, 3, 4. The house needs painting, the grass needs mowing. Where's he at?
Hi, this is Hank. Sorry I missed your call. Leave me your name and your number and I'll get back to you.
He's gone fishing.
Hank Parker's Outdoor Magazine, featuring the only sportsman to ever win the BASS Triple Crown, the Bassmasters Classic, BASS Angler of the Year, and Super Bass 4.
I'm talking on this telephone, Angie, but this is your husband. If you remember what I look like, I hadn't been home in so long. But I'm standing on the stage here looking out at about 1,000 people at Super Bass, and I just won the tournament. Well, here we are on the Chesapeake Bay, an area I've always wanted to fish. I got a good friend of mine in Norfolk, and I contacted him. I said, what's going on the Chesapeake Bay up there in Virginia? And he says, well, there's a lot of things happening, but if you're gonna go out and fish, he said, let me recommend a guy that can really put you on some fish. So today we're fishing with Malcolm Pine. I just met Malcolm this morning, and it's sure good to have you with us. He's going to show us how to catch some flounder out here on the Chesapeake Bay. That's something I hadn't done very much of, so this ought to be fun for us. How you think we need to rig up, Malcolm?
Well, I think we ought to try to use some artificials. Yeah, the going thing is to use a minnow, but this particular spot, I've had good luck with jigs. And of course, it's not quite totally artificial because we're going to put a strip of squid on it.
Strip of squid on the back of it. This is a double bucktail rig you gave me here.
I put a piece of squid on anything we're going to use out here.
All right, let's squid them up.
Okay.
I've never used a squid before.
You just want to cut it in long, thin strips.
You put that much on one bucktail?
No, you could probably get 6 or 8 pieces out of this little thing. You want to strip.
Oh, I see.
No bigger than that.
And you just hook it on the back of the...
Once or twice, yeah, that's
I see,
it.
it's soft, I see.
Mm-hmm. Now, if there's a lot of small stuff down here, they'll harass you and pull it off.
How about crabs? You have a lot of crabs try to hitchhike?
Just a very few. We'll probably see a few.
I've done this in Georgetown, South Carolina, and had a lot of crabs. Drive you crazy, especially on those gudgeons.
The thing that's going to bug you the most around here are baby sharks.
Baby shark. Sharks tend to bug me wherever they are. Look like they're getting ready to go fishing. Boy, it's pretty. Gorgeous day. That's what we're fishing for, I think.
That's a shark.
Is that a shark?
That's some shark or stingray.
Huh?
Shark or stingray.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's a junk fish.
Don't lose it. I want to see what it is.
My words.
That may be a 30-pound flounder.
If it is, we don't have a net.
Huh? Who needs a net? How about this? Woo! Don't let him break you off. I want to see him.
Well, he gonna, I just want to keep him away from the motor.
Think I should trim it up?
It might be a decent fish. I'm afraid it's an old stingray.
No, that's a huge
man,
flounder.
Where's the net?
Oh, come easy him up here. I'll get him.
Where is the net?
How about that? That is a huge flounder.
Now, he'll go crazy when you touch him, and he's got bad teeth.
Tell me about it. You just stay ready with your drag.
No, let me try it. Let me try it. Get him by his gills. Let me try it.
Water salty. Here, bring him up here. Let's
Let me get him.
Boy, it's fun.
Let me try and get him.
Show me what you do.
This is not the way you do it, but...
You stay on your drag. Stay on your drag.
You got to squeeze him behind the gills real hard. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Boy, that is a big flounder.
That's not too shabby.
That's what we're fishing for.
We gonna release that?
No. That is too good to eat. No, I'll release the bass. We'll cheat a little bit on this one. Boy, is that pretty. God.
That's not...
Let's do it.
Right here in this little bit of 10-foot hole right here.
Those fish are right.
You know, we had a lot of fun fishing for flounder and shark and everything that we caught there in the saltwater with freshwater tackle. That's something that you very rarely see. But there's no rule of thumb that says when you go and fish in saltwater that you have to use 20-pound line or 40-pound test line, 7 or 8 foot rod. You can use bass tackle in saltwater. And as you can see here, Malcolm and I had a whole lot of fun.
Boy, that is pretty. That's different from a bass.
Man, I'll tell you now.
Oh, here comes a pelican. Boy, they're beautiful. I look. Good gracious, that's a big bird.
You used to never see them around here.
You know, I'm getting to see more and more everywhere I go. There he is. Malcolm, I think I have got a fish.
Don't horse him now. Just...
I'm used to bass fishing. I want to bring him up there where I can see him.
I'm an ultralight fanatic.
Man, I'm telling you what,
go.
I got a fish here. You know, that's one thing I've
noticed.
noticed.
If that's a flounder, it's a nice one. I'm sure it is.
It's a flounder, I can tell you that.
Let's, don't let me lay in this one.
Oh, it is a nice one.
Yeah, let's not mess around too much now.
Oh.
Oh, he's just barely hooked. Oh, man, he's just barely hooked.
I'm not going to put any pressure on him at all.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Oh, man, he's just barely
I'm not going to put any pressure on him at all. I'm just kind of...
He is just...
Go real soft and easy.
Right lucky to catch this one.
No pressure. I'm not going to put any pressure on him because I can see him, don't...
Gone?
Oh, he don't want to go on a ride.
Well, this is frustrating without a net.
I love it. I like not having a net. You know, we got to have to fish tournaments next year without a net. Can you imagine doing this with about a 6-pound bass on for $10,000?
As soon as you touch him, that guy goes nuts.
Oh, we're going to lose him, but it's a lot of fun, isn't it?
I'm going to let you give it a shot. If I had a glove, I'd go ahead and lip hook him.
All right, I'm going to try him on my own now. I'm giving you 4 chances. Oh, Lord. Come here, boy.
See how he's hooked?
He's not hooked at all.
I'll tell you, man, it's got a touch.
There, boy.
Man,
there he is.
That man's got a touch.
Old saltwater expert.
I'm telling you, man.
Well, the 2 eyes, that's amazing. You know how he doesn't have any eyes at all?
Well, when they're young, supposedly they have the eye on the other side.
Oh, is that
and
right?
It migrates through them to the other side.
And then they actually swim on the bottom like this.
Right.
Hey, Malcolm, thank you for bringing me out here and sharing this with me today. I have had a ball. This has really been a lot of fun.
Well, you're certainly welcome, Hank. It's been a blast to be out here fishing these nice boats out here. Doing this freshwater fishing right here in salt water.
A little bit different, isn't it?
Coming up, the symbol of America takes wing. Also, a few pointers for your next catfish outing.
Well, let me help you with that one. Let me get the net. Get the net, get the net, hurry.
And still ahead, Hank and bass and gal Joanne Hawthorne.
I'll tell you what, I'll take him off the hook. Now, you want to have him mounted or you want to throw him back?
You know what? I hadn't thought about that, but I sure ought to do that.
Hey, that'd make a beautiful mount.
I go take my fishing trip with Hank Park.
How about-
I'd rather mount my big
Let me look at this.
back there.
Hold him up here. Wouldn't that be beautiful on the wall?
It would.
Leaping bass.
At Ranger, safety has always been extremely important. As a pioneer in upright and level flotation, our safety standards are among the highest in the industry. Beneath the surface of every Ranger, quality construction and foam-filled cavities tell the whole story. Even with huge sections of the bow, floor, rails, and transom cut away, a Ranger boat remains very much afloat.
Ranger boats, we still build them one at a time.
Berkeley makes a rod so sensitive you can feel a feather drop on the tip. It's called the Berkeley Bionics, biomedically engineered to be the lightest, most sensitive graphite you've ever fished. Berkeley scientists have taken you apart muscle by muscle, cast by cast, to build a rod that significantly reduces wrist and forearm fatigue. A 100% high-energy graphite that casts like the wind. A rod that makes every strike register as a solid jolt. And a rod that can make you a better fisherman. Berkeley Bionics, the best performing graphite rod you've ever fished, or your money back.
For years, the world's best outboard performance has come in just one color, black. Mercury Phantom Black. Legendary power to ski, the performance to fly, explore a river, tame an ocean. From the challenge of a race course to a trouble-free family cruise, the outboard legend is Phantom Black. Mercury Outboards. Put the legend behind you.
Why do I use original fish formula? Simple. Fish formula contains an oil base that perfectly duplicates the natural visual discharge given off by shad, crayfish, and most everything game fish feed on. The scent and taste attractors in the formula stay on my lure and live bait longer and at greater depth. Original fish formula absolutely helps me catch more and bigger bass than any other species I fish for. I just don't go fishing without original fish formula.
Here's Hank's tip of the week.
That is another cat. I tell you what, get him, Bill, get him, Bill. It looked like he was taking off with it. You better watch that line. Tell you what, we have got some catfish, guys. Can you believe that string of catfish?
That weighs more than 100 pounds.
I guarantee you it weighs more than 100 pounds. That is a string of catfish. Let me give you a tip on catfishing. Now, I'm not much of a catfisherman. I catfished as a kid. But I asked these boys and Lucy what they wanted to do today, and they wanted to go catfishing. And I really didn't know where to start, so we got a variety of baits. Get him, Bill. Get him, Bill.
I got him.
You got him?
Got him.
All right, Bill. Don't let him break your line, son. You got the light line? You got one, Hank? Okay, buddy.
He spinned me like big time.
Did? Well, that's good. You got him off. That's good. You got him off the hook. But we came out here to do a little catfishing. And like I say, I really didn't know where to start. So what I did is I got a variety of baits. I got all different kinds of baits. And we started out, we used shrimp, we used a cheese bait, we used a prepared bait, we used some grasshoppers, we even used our old standby as a kid, a hot dog. And believe it or not, we caught one or two on a hot dog. But out of all the baits we used, we found that chicken livers was the most productive bait. And what I've seen in catfishing, it changes from time to time. So what do you need to do when you go catfishing, or what you need to do is take a variety of baits and just try different baits. And when you get the right bait, then you'll catch a string like this.
If you'd like your own printed copy of some of Hank's tips, just drop him a line. Write Hank Parker's Outdoor Magazine, Denver, North Carolina, 28037.
Look at that. God, how spectacular. How spectacular. Now, I think, good gracious, look at their feet. I think those are males that are just not fully developed. I think those are young, juvenile birds that don't have their color. I'm not sure. Listen to them. That's the first eagle I've ever heard in my life.
Of all the animals in the wild, few are as graceful and inspiring as the many species of birds. And of all the birds that fly the skies of North America, fewer still are more graceful and majestic than the American bald eagle, our national bird.
Oh, what that is a juvenile bald eagle. Isn't that unbelievable? Listen to them. Listen it. I don't know how long those wings are, but they're incredible. Oh man, look at that. Now there's one, look at that bird. You can see with the light hitting him, he's about to get his plumage. He's probably a little bit older than the one that's on perch, but you could see he doesn't have the real snow white head, but it's pretty defined. You can see he's starting to get his colors. His head's starting to turn white, but underneath he's kind of spotted, you know. He doesn't really have the distinct dark black feathers and the real white head and the real white tail as a full plumage adult male would have. There he comes. See, his head's just starting to turn white. His tail, see that? You could see his tail. His tail's just starting to turn. Boy, this is so fascinating. I'm like a kid at Christmas. I could watch them for hours. There's nothing that fascinates me anymore than watching birds. I like to watch geese and deer, but to see a bald eagle and to see especially 3 or 4 or 5 different eagles perched up on the cypress early in the morning, I've never seen anything so spectacular, breathtaking.
One of the priceless rewards of being outdoors is experiencing firsthand the wonder of creation. The beauty, the grace, the very design found in nature is amazing indeed. Why not experience it soon for yourself?
Boy, they're so graceful. They just, with ease, I mean, a big old 30-pound bird up there just kind of gliding around. 4-foot wings, man. You know, every once in a while there comes a product that has a real practical benefit to the fisherman. And I'm proud to say that Quick Kick's that kind of a product. No bells or whistles, Quick Kick is just the most innovative improvement to the troll motor since the foot pedal itself. Quick Kick, when attached to your foot pedal, secures the pedal in place. This will allow you to travel at high speeds in rough water without fear of damage to your boat or your trolling motor. Yet, at the same time, pivot from side to side with just a simple kick of the foot. This will allow you to position your pedal without bending over and using your hands. And best of all, Quick Kick is available for any size troll motor and all types of boats, from aluminum to fiberglass.
When ordering, be sure to specify the model of your trolling motor. Call toll-free or send $22.95 plus $4 shipping to Hank Parker's Quick Kick, Denver, North Carolina.
Quick Kick will give you more time for the important things.
LCR 8000 from Humminbird, the liquid crystal recorder that makes charts obsolete. With features like totally automatic operation, total screen update, screen memory, and zoom and bottom lock with split screen viewing, the LCR 8000 does things charts can never do. Humminbird LCR 8000, the ultimate in fish finding technology.
There are 3 ways you can try moving closer to these fish. With a gas outboard, with a noisy electric, or with a quiet Minn Kota electric. To a fisherman, the choice is black and white. Minn Kota, the quiet power that catches fish.
Ah! All right.
You out there, Joanne?
He's a little booger, too. And he's a heavy little booger, too.
Pretty fish. You do that for me.
All right. Well, your fillet is cloudy. It's cloudy. Come on, Pig.
Well, that fish you got pretty color. How about this?
Oh. got it? Good.
Knocked my hat off. How about that? This is a pretty good little hole. Now, is this one of your favorite holes on Millwood?
It hadn't been the past 3 years. We haven't been here fishing.
You hadn't been here fishing in 3 years.
We've
Look
caught
what
a
you've
bunch.
been missing.
We've caught a bunch in here.
Have caught. You might just catch a bunch more. How's
I
that?
hope.
Hey, let me tell you who we're fishing with today. We're fishing with a good friend of mine, Joanne Hawthorne, an original Bass and Gal, one of the charter members of the Bass and Gal tournament circuit. We're out here fishing on Millwood today. Millwood, Arkansas, a lake that they've got drawn down, a little unique situation. What is this?
Two different color worms, and they're hitting them, aren't they? That's a pretty one.
Pretty little fella, isn't it? I tell you, I just don't think these fish grow much bigger than this in Millwood. That's a Bass and Gal.
You just wait till you get on some good fish.
I don't know if I could stand it. Look at this. Oh.
He felt like a better fish than that.
Behind that log, I
It was bigger than yours, though.
No, it wasn't. Mine was a lot bigger than that.
I saw it. I saw it. You didn't see it?
No, mine would have eaten that one. No, I have to admit it was bigger than mine. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that ladies are a lot better worm fishermen than men.
That's what they keep telling me.
I keep telling you, you hadn't proved it yet. I've really heard that. I've heard a lot of the men that have ladies that fish with them, their wives, say that women seem to be a lot more sensitive in their hands and feel and detect a strike a lot better than a man.
It's not my favorite way of fishing, though.
Well, I like to worm fish. It is very difficult when you got a wind blowing to the side like we have here today. It'll be worth it when I catch that pound and 3/4 Millwood lunker.
Better than a pound and 3/4. What?
Come here, little fella.
We'll get mine back over there and catch one. If the one bit, there's bound to be another one.
Where there's one, there's another.
That's right. It's biting time.
That's the tendency of the fish on a drawdown, really, too, is to gang up. Like we got a little feeder creek running in here, and they just kind of gang up at the mouth. Put him out on this side of the boat where he won't go back and tell them.
We wonder where the big ones are, though.
You think they do that, go back and tell on each other?
Now, I say that, but I believe they do have a way of warning them, don't you?
I do, too. I absolutely believe it. Too many times I've sat there and caught fish on a drop-off, maybe put them in the live well, and then release them later, and then go back and
not catch them.
And not put them in the live well. Catch them and put them back, and just you catch one or two and they'll quit.
Right. Boy, I'm gonna have to come out of this jacket. It's getting hot.
Tell you what, it has warmed up. I bet that jacket felt pretty good this morning.
You better believe it did.
I didn't have one.
I was shaking.
You did, get him.
It got under the
What you got?
All right.
I can't believe you do this to me.
I can take that one and mount it, couldn't I?
That is a true lunker. I don't know why I keep taking them off your hook. Every time I do that, they get bigger and bigger and bigger.
You're just being nice.
I'll tell you what, that is a pretty fish. You're a super lady. I'll tell you what.
You can put it back.
I'm glad the ladies don't fish the bass circuit.
You just had to feel a good bass today, didn't you?
Good fish, Joanne. How about that? Bring him in. All right, that is a nice fish.
They might stay here all day. We they catch some good fish.
I'll tell you what, we can stay here, but I'm afraid our folks at home are going to have to leave us now. We're out of time. We only have 30 minutes. Joanne, I really do appreciate you being my guest today. You've been a super guide. I don't believe the drawdown's quite ready yet, but we caught some pretty good fish. Didn't catch any of those big fish, but we did catch a few mealwood fish and had a good day.
Well, I certainly enjoyed it, Hank, and I hate I beat you.
Thank you for being with me today. God bless you. I'm Hank Parker.
Hank Parker's Outdoor Magazine, sponsored by 100% high-energy graphite rods from Berkeley Bionics. Fish Formula, we fool Mother Nature. Humminbird Depth Sounders. Mercury Outboards, put the legend behind you. Minn Kota, quiet power catches fish. Ranger Boats, we still build them one at a time. Ryobi, there's never been a better reason to go fishing. And Trilene, extra strong.
The house needs painting, the grass needs mowing. Where's he at?
Hank, this is Tom. You told me to call you when they're biting. They're biting.
Gone fishing.
Wouldn't that be beautiful on the wall?
It would.
Leaping bass.
It would.
Wouldn't that
And
a
you were
pretty
my
thing?
assistant.